Good morning.
Right, so I'm upstairs now, and before I solder this up, I thought I'd just briefly run over this, why I've made decisions as to why I have, if that makes sense. Probably doesn't. It's a bit tired, my back hurts. Just gonna carry on here. So you notice when I had my pipes just sticking up like that, like coming right up out the floor. Now I wanted, obviously we've got our two flows here. Right, I hadn't chose which ones were which, but that's zone 1, that's zone 2, or for instance upstairs and downstairs heating. Now I decided that this far left, which is there's two returns sticking up there, that's one and that's the other there. And what I wanted really was my upstairs flow and return together, picking up like this rad. I'm probably going to follow this notch here, like come up and bring a notch over and then carry on right over there into that bedroom there, and then up towards the tower out that way, and this one goes all the way around the house. So I'm gonna go follow this notch here, take this floorboard up, renew this pipe work, gonna go through into next door right to the very end, pick up the rad that side, and then go through through the wall, pick up the other rad, and then through the other wall and pick up the other rad. So it's like a big L shape basically. So I wanted my upstairs flow and return this way. My downstairs flow and return is going to come up, run this way. Also going to bring it up through the floorboard. And what we're going to do is, on this pillar here, downstairs is the same wall. So I'm going to trace it in the wall. Trace it down there, on that bit there. Curve it out, and then we've got the floor up here, so it's going to pick up that rad, that's going to go through to that rad, that's going to go through to that rad. We've got a rad there, rad the kitchen, rad in the thingy, rad at the back, and then left, and then there's one in the office around there. So that's all going to be in the ground. So they're my two different zones. So I wanted my downstairs flow and return on this side, upstairs flow and return on the other side. Now when you're doing pipe work like this, and I've got a little crossover, you see I need to get a flow over to that side. Now I suppose years ago, I don't know if I would have done it, but it's very tempting because it was coming up. I could have reused that notch and then dropped back down again. But with pipe work in generally, you do not want up and overs. So what I mean by that is I didn't want my flow coming up, coming across and then back down again, because that little pocket where it rises and goes back down, you're going to get loads of air trapped in that. And I know it's a sealed system and it's pressurized and it should slowly push it round and all the rest of it, but it's bad practice to do that. Whenever you're doing plumbing like this, you've got to think about how the water travels in the pipework. Now that comes out there, now comes up, see it goes slightly uphill and then up. So the air, whenever that water, the air in that system is running through, it'll go up, then up into a radiator, come out the vent. There's no like trapped bits. If you're going to go up and over, you really want a little vent there just to get rid of that bit of air. All the rest of it. And that's the same for this one. So I've cut that, but I haven't gone above that and then cut it, because even if that elbow was to come up higher and then drop back down, again, you're going to get this little pocket of air. So this is just like this, just good pipe work practice to do that. So it's cut below and then rises up. Okay, so the same theory. It's going to go across and then down. So in theory that should flow around a lot better. Just a little bit of good practice there. Probably what I will do on this downstairs circuit, actually, because I just realised there's a massive up and over, isn't it? It's going to go all the way around and back down, is where I drop that down, I might take it into that airing cupboard and put two little vents up in there just to air this section out, so it's always flowing nice, and a couple of AAVs. And then we know that's going to be perfect then. Right, so that's that bit in for the minute. What I'm doing now is, it's a bit like that. Woohoo! That's all under there. Goes around to the one to the back there. So what I'm doing here now, as you can see, I'm just pilot hole drilling some screws. Starting to screw these back, and where I've had to cut that, I couldn't go under because that's the only one that I could get right under, but you see the joist there, the joist actually under the wall, so I couldn't get these floorboards out, so I had to cut that there. And then I found an old floorboard in the garage, so I've cut that down there. That's screwed this one's sitting on the joist, big screw on angle, but that is solid. So once these go back and screw onto there, and I'll screw these ones, that'll be completely solid. And then I'll do the same for them ones as well. So what I'm doing now, I've left a little hole up, just where my cables come through. What one's it? That one there. Because I've still got to bring up the thermostat cables, so I want to gain access to that. So I'm not going to close this board up, but luckily where this join was on floorboard 4 and 5, just screwed that. I'm just going to hoover that bit of dust up there. I can now, that's just enough for the bed, hopefully, to slide over enough. I'm just going to move all this stuff out of the way, and I can slide that bed over, clear them bags into the other room, and then I'm hoping well, that's just enough room to get this floorboard up. That's the one I want to get up right through, because I'm going to follow that notch right through into next door, and that's going to be another set of 22 more pipes go through there, and that's going to be the circuit running through. So hopefully when I move that over enough, there's just enough to get that floorboard up, but we shall see. But next, just got to move all this stuff out of the way. Good fun, eh? You know what, I keep forgetting to record stuff, getting it. So it's just good fun here. I didn't realise that was an external wall, so I'm having to drill through there. All of these floorboards just take absolutely ages running my plunge saw through. And it's just to get lengths of copper through. That's also an external wall, so I've got to drill through that side as well. Got these pipes through yesterday. Obviously that you got, you know, pilot drill and then screw everything, so it's getting all that out. Everything's tongue and groove, so you've got to run the skill saw all the way up and down. So I've got these 22 stuck through here. So got that section of floor up, got them floorboards up. So here I'm just going up to this radiator, then that's going to go through in 22, pick up that radiator, and then through there another radiator, etc. So yeah, just get this drilled out now. Oh, great fun. Got a big 32mm bit for the 28mm pipe to sleeve that through that wall. So fair bit of drilling to do now. Let's crack on. I'll show you the work that's going on downstairs. So Alan is helping me today. All day yesterday. That big chase out for me here. And we started the chase here, but I had my breaker and it hardly touched it, as you can see. That was, tried it all yesterday. So Alan is kindly, that's my breaker. It's a 5 kilo breaker, but Alan's kindly brought in his big boy.
That's his D-Wall.
Metabo, you mean?
Metabo.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're coming through here. We're going to have 2 22 more pipes come down here. We're going to tee off before this existing gas pipe that we found in the floor. We're going to tee off there. That can go round to that radiator. That's going to go off into the lounge. And we're going to go under this gas pipe, round, and then we've got a rad through there, 2 rads here, rad through the other side, round there, another rad, etc. So it's all happening. There's a lot of breaking up to do. And it's an absolute nightmare. They had someone come and try and remove this parquet flooring all carefully. He had an absolute nightmare. And I was going to stick my chaser in it, but this has been up for ages now, and it's still sticky. So if I did my chaser through there, it would just stuck all the wheels together. So having to break it up. So hell of a job here. But it's got to be done. Right, I'm going upstairs. He's an absolute godsend, Alan. It was Alan is at Streets Ahead Limited, I believe now, on Instagram. He was my first ever social media friend. I started all this off on Instagram, and he was my first ever Instagram friend. And it's been like we've known each other since 2019, so it's been a while. And yeah, my back's still in bits from when I heard it's been about 3.5 weeks now, back pain. And it's just great that Alan said he'd come give us a hand, especially chasing out all day. That just would have finished me off. So super grateful for him. Thank you, Alan. Mwah, legend. Cool, that was close, wasn't it?
I was there before this started. Me and you had the same barber.
Yeah. We had an educated guess that it's hopefully an old dead supply, but you never know.
I find that when I spark a bit of fun.
Oh dear.
The same haircut as me then.
We've got double the vacuum power here. Try and speed things up.
I'm actually definitely buying this.
Say that again?
Definitely buying one of these.
Yes, mate.
Like, makes the kicker feel like one of the little TikTok ones.
I didn't even pay him to say that. He just said that off his own accord. What a palaver this is. So I've got them ready to go out there, feed them 2 rads. These 22s. Going out there to feed the 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'll go 15 across to that last rad over there. But getting that all soldered up on there and protected and stuff, it's been a bit tricky, but managed to get it done. What I've done there, I've soldered everything up apart from these joints here. And that's so I've got the depth for the pipe. It's about 95mm. That's roughly there, but obviously we're gonna have to cut that back to wherever it is. So just to make it a bit easier, I haven't soldered this one yet. So you can cut that pipe. Otherwise it'll be too tight to the ground if I soldered that in. And then when it comes to swapping the rads over, it's just like soldering it up and making sure to remember to solder these 2 here. And that goes through over to there ready. So it's what we're doing. I'm just trying to get all the pipe work all in the right areas and ready to go for a straight swap. So take all the rads off, put the new rads off and just pipe up onto new pipe work. So yeah, that was fiddly. I'm happy with that. That's done. Right, let's crack on. This is actually the first time I've ever used those fittings. It's a full crossover 22mm. I've used fittings like this before. Sometimes you just want to sort of get past neatly on a boiler or something. Nice little tight one. I've done that on combi swaps and stuff, but I've never actually used the full crossover before. So obviously you can bend that. The problem with it is getting it in. You can't get the length under and in, so these are actually perfect for that. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? Happy with that. So that's done. That's a neat. I'll come through here, break up this last bit of floor here, so this has all been cleared out now. Which is nice for my customer, cleared all their stuff out. I'm using this as like a laundry room, so washing hanging up everywhere, so I couldn't do anything before, but I'm hoping the reason we had to get the breaker is because there's bitumen stuff here on this parquet flooring, but looking at this, I'm hoping my chaser can just go through this. So, because that thing's a beast, man, it just hurts your back and everything's a bloody nightmare and you're doing loads of it. So I'm hoping I can get through here. And I know these pipes here, the existing ones, I should be able to fill them. I think they're there, yeah. I think they run that way, straight into the garage. So as long as I stay out here, I'm not gonna hit any existing pipes, which would be good. So, oh, I hate this bit. Right, let's open these windows. Nope, let's not. Get this done. People have no idea. Yeah, it's all the tidying up and cleaning out, which just always takes the most time. And if I do somewhere, I want to make sure it's clean and properly tidy. It's just how I work. I always leave it a bit clean than how I found it. So that's all the sofas, everything put back in its position. I've got these through now, hoovered up everything in here. Like I said, they were using this as a laundry room, so done all the surfaces everywhere, all around it. It's pristine in here. So this is how I've left it. So as you see here, if I just pull this end cap off, I've done the laser there to exactly where the new pipes are going to go, so I can just solder an elbow straight on there and go through. Oh, that was lucky. Just putting that on there to stop any dust and whatnot going in the pipe. And now this is a whole pipe drop. So there's one pipe drop, as you saw, down in the hallway, and that does all the rads downstairs. Now, I was looking to put a outside drain off somewhere. And luckily, this rad here, these two pipes actually go across and out there. There's a little cupboard out there with a boiler in it. You can see all the primaries and whatnot all drop down in that box in there. So what I'm actually going to do is, when it comes to taking off the rads here and plumbing the new rads in, I'm just going to connect up onto these two existing pipework that goes through there. If it's really easy to come up, I'll just dig it up and renew the pipework, but I'll just probably use the old pipework that's there. And then there's just two towers that go up on, like two bends that go up, and I'll just put two drain offs on the end there, and then that'll be able to like drain off the entire rad run. And where it's in an outside cupboard, the little drain offs will be perfect there because they won't freeze up or anything. You'll be able to drain the downstairs circuit off nice and easily. So that's that. So as you can see here, what I've done, I've got all the pipework, nearly anyway, I've got all the pipework in the position, ready and waiting. So the two 15mm pipes. Now, the two kitchen rads are the only two challenging ones. But you see the little pipe there, I can just pull that bit of pipe out if I want. Because what I've done is, when it comes to draining down the system, this is all working. Lovely job. So I've turned that rad off actually because I was bloody boiling. But I'll be able to drain down the system, take the rads off, put the new rads on, and just pipe up onto my existing pipework. So that has been the plan of action all along. It's just getting all the pipework in the right places. It's another one for the kitchen, the other side there, so that can go through there, that can go through there. As you see, what I can do is just remove this lag in here and take that out, put that back in, and just renew a new bit of copper into where we're going. I've wrote down the flying returns for each one. You see that's all run around everywhere. Same with this one here. So I can just remove that, cut it, put it back, and then when it comes to the two rads in here, this is a vertical rad, hang the rad there, drill the pipework through, and then chase down the living room wall and into the floor. And then this one, these are the two trickiest rads, but as you know, I brought that pipework to about the middle of there, and it's the same. I'm gonna hang the rad, chase the pipework in this side, and then drill through and connect up to the existing rad, just because the outside wall is in a bit, so it finishes about there. So I've got to do it that way. So I've got to chase across and drill through. So yeah, bit of a mess around on that one. You can see they've cleared out all the stuff out of that room for me. Don't get all dusty, which is nice. Right, let's crack on. So all chased out. I've got these pipes ready to go. One for that rad there, one for that rad over there. That is all sorted. So that is all the pipe work in position everywhere now for every radiator. So tomorrow I'm gonna come here, just do any last final little touches everywhere, and then I'll be back. I'm off to Sweden for a few days with Esby, which I'm sure I'll do an episode on that. Go and see what Esby is saying, and then I'll be back to do the big system conversion. Hopefully have a few guys here to give us a hand so we can drain it all down, change all the rads, fill it back up as quick as possible. So, right, see you in the episode.